a slave ship to the chain, from the taskmaster's whip to my brain, kidnapped, enslaved, raped and killed by the Lynch clan again and again. Is it the origin of the skin or the face of a race? Why you don't care about me?
Now I know you don't care about me. I'm just a nigga walking down your street. The brother did nothing wrong, but now his life is gone, so I know you don't care about me. Code of silence, you say, yet your actions speak so loud and clear. The lost killers going free, paid by society. Now I know you don't care about me.
Hey, we should be burning and looting, believe me. Start exchange 41 for 90. Our ancestors were built countries under sticks and whips and kicks and punches. Meanwhile you're living like some Brady bunches. Tell me where the justice, much less the taxes. We're worth much more than some stinking taxes. And we gun down
rape, lynch, torture, kill and maim. Their injustice remains the same. Killing the people in the Queen's name, no one ever gets the blame. And my people keep going down the drain. All these crimes are done to we, they'll be written in black history. Crimes of injustice and humanity perpetrated by society. If my people are living in poverty.
My struggle for survival is to be accepted and treated as a member of the human family, whose practice should reveal the fundamental right and duty to be humane in all judgment and action to all humanity. So why don't you care about me? Say I know you don't care about me. I'm just a nigga walking down your street. The brother did nothing wrong, but now his life is gone, and I know you don't care about me. Code of silence, you say, but your action is so loud and clear. Are the hours killers gone free, paid by society, and I know you don't care about me.
And I do the alone, they killed him for nothing, no crime he did not do. And just like him, there were others who suffered for what they didn't do. Living in a system, we are the victim, and that is so true. I'ma do the alone, reggae music, now your name. I'ma do the alone, hey. I'ma do the alone, hey. I'ma do the alone, oh. Reggae music knows your name, yeah.
Code of silence, you say. Yes, your actions speak so loud and clear. The lost killers going free, paid by society. And I know you don't care about me.
Yo, Ziggy, check this out. It's kinda strange how the same thing's been happening over and over again, over and over again. When they say the Constitution's for the benefit of all, it's all a lie again, it's all a lie again.
Tell me when will this injustice change?
Tell me when.
Tell me when will we stop feeling pain?
Feeling pain.
Yeah.
Just the way we survive in their eyes, it's a crime.
You're to blame for all that's being this way. Yes, we know you don't care about we.
Yes, we know.
Yes, we know you don't care about we.
Yes, we know.
Yes, we know you don't care about we. Yes, we know.
Yes, we know.
Yes, we know.
Yes, we know.
Now I know you don't care about me.
language that everybody here can easily understand. We all agree tonight, all of the speakers have agreed that America has a very serious problem. Not only does America have a very serious problem, but our people have a very serious problem.
Hey, everybody out there. Hey, how is it going? It's a brand new week for us here, and I'm certain you are, you know, just driving and listening, or whatever you're doing, listening to what's happening. Yes? I know there are some persons who don't care about some persons, but we go on, yeah? We go on. We go on, and every day we get up, we run the little thing on you. Not a little thing, we run a little thing from Haiti on you. We're ugly, but we're here. Yeah? God loves the ugly ones as well as the pretty ones. We people on earth have a little bit of problem with the ugly ones, yeah? But Jah never discriminates. Yeah, so the thing set up. You see what I say? That's just how the thing set up. So there's some of us who say, well, we don't really care about you still. But we have to work. We have to work together. Right? And I say the cute ones do things, and when they do things they are so cute with it. Human beings, we treat some people like they're little babies. Person uses an expletive. Oh my god, that's so cute. And that same word, same everything spoken by somebody else. What a nasty person. Yeah? So cute. Can't do so cute, cute. Yeah? Discrimination, preference. Yeah? All of these words, prejudices. Welcome to the little space we live in called the world. Yeah? Some people just don't care really. Just don't care about some people. Some persons have to try and make an attempt, especially those of us who call ourselves anthropologists. We have to make an attempt to care and study everybody, yeah? And spend time trying to understand everybody. Because everybody has a space. Yeah? Everybody has a little space on this little place. This little corner of the globe we call the earth. Welcome everybody to the Complete Picture, yeah? Of course, it's a brand new week for us because we're not here on a Monday. So we start on Tuesday. We take you Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? And have to begin this week by saying, we do appreciate love. Yeah, and don't understand the language, yeah. It just means appreciate, but, Rastafari don't say appreciate. Sounds too close to hate, so we appreciate love. And even though in Jamaica some of us claim we are not Rastafari, there's a bit of Rastafari in all of us. Right, Kevin? Alright, so we have to start the week by bigging up some core people. And we don't want to leave out our technical staff, so we want to big up Kevin, and that's Kevin Williams. I want to big up, of course, Barry when it's his time, and all the other technical people here, right? Just want to tell the guys them that we appreciate love what the guys them do. Alright? When all kinds of different problems occur, we can't turn to ourselves and say, boy, do that. So we have to call on Kev, we have to call on Barry, and we have to call on Cleon and other person. So the thing set up. So respect and so. Alright, this week is an interesting week. And this week is a free and open week. We are not looking at any topic. We want to look at several things that are happening in the Jamaican space this week, right? And I have with me loads and loads of newspapers to guide me. And of course, this is courtesy of a couple of texts that says Herbs, some really powerful topics for the last 3 weeks, but them depressed me bad. Right? It's not me depressed, you're still virgin. It's a virgin do it, yeah? Right? By the way, in Jamaica, we can pluralize virgin, or we can, it can be singular. Right? Our language very versatile. Still promise you guys that we're going to get We're gonna get Puff in here. We're gonna have a sit down. We're gonna have a sit down, have a Creole day. Yeah? Yeah, man. Pure Creole. Good morning, people. How no do? Afternoon. Howdy. Yeah? Yeah, man. Full thing. And teach you people a little bit of what's happening. Alright? But today we want to start our full blast WAMP session. I want to look at some core things that are happening in our country. Yeah? Yeah. So, we are going to begin. And let's start with today's paper. Looking at the Gleaner. Yeah? Looking at the Gleaner. And of course, you know, guess what? Guess what? I tell you what you know. We want to begin with sports. Right? I want to begin with Bolt though. We don't reach Gangnam style yet. Don't reach. I'm the technician going to look for that song for you today. No, I have to learn to dance that, you know. And I have to last. And I have to learn the song of the horsey people. You have to learn to horse around. Yeah. Bolt says he'll defend sprint titles in Rio. And I think that's the first thing that has struck some persons. Right? Yeah. Bolt, Blake, Fraser Price among Athlete of the Year candidates. But I think what shocked a lot of people, because number of persons have seen it, got a couple emails from persons saying, you know, Bolt going to defend sprint titles in Rio at age 30. Herb, something wrong with him? Huh? So that's the first thing. That's the very first thing. And today, because remember, we have the whole week to look at the WAMP sessions. Yeah? Alright? So guess what happened? We're going to be opening the lines for you very, very early for us to talk about some of these few things. Because one of the first things I want to hear from people is whether or not they believe anybody at all can defend sprint titles. I'm trying to wrap. Give me a little space now. I'm trying to wrap my head around it. Right? Kevin and my technician trying to wrap his head around it too. 3 times? We're not talking about Carl Lewis and them something there now. We're not talking about them things. We're not talking about default things. We're talking about real something. 3 times? Huh? Beijing? Huh? Then Berlin? No, man. No, seriously. I'm just trying to wrap our heads around it. Usain Bolt will be aiming for a 3-peat of Olympic sprint titles in the 100 and 200 meters in the 2016 Rio de Janeiro Games rather than trying out a new event. Is that the correct decision, people? I'm just not going to run the 400 meters and try some long jump and just succumb. Yeah? Succumb to the beast. I don't know. When we come back, we're going to open the lines until the news when we come back for people to tell me whether or not they think he had a bit of rum. Right? Isn't Blake a big threat? 30 years old? No, man. We're going to take a break. When we come back, you tell us what's happening. All right? So come.
Talk 93 FM, heard everywhere.
Let's go to the beach, eat,
Do you want to go to South Beach? Well, I know I want to go, especially because there's a South Beach right here in Jamaica. Located at 8 Lady Musgrave Road, Kingston 5, they offer fine dining with a sports bar and a gaming lounge. Call them today at 946-000-526 South Beach Cafe. Eat, play, indulge. Jamaica Praise Fest Planning Committee in association with Love 101 The Family Station present Jamaica Praise Fest 2012 featuring Shirley Caesar, Hezekiah Walker, William McDowell, Byron Cage, Jermaine Edwards, Bridget Blotcher, Minister Gotti Gotti, Karen Ennis, Claudius England, Apostle Leon Wallace, and many more. November 1 and 2, Dumput Beach, Montego Bay. Start time 5:30 p.m. Admission is free. Sponsored by Jamaica Tourist Board, Love 101 FM, Rio Hotel, Montego Bay, Lime, RGR Communications Group, Beth FM, and Fruit Jazz. Jamaica Praise Fest 2012.
Are you having problems, challenges, issues? Is there something bothering you in your personal life, your relationship, your job? Are you a victim of police excess and abuse? Are you a police person who is facing challenges with your work, in your personal life? Tell me, Dr. Panton.
Tell Dr. Panton, Tuesdays 9 to 11 p.m. on News Talk 93 FM.
This is News Talk 93 FM, broadcasting from the University of the West Indies, Mona campus.
News Talk 93 FM. Heard everywhere.
Hey, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. We're opening the lines to you, right? Within the next 10 minutes, tell me whether you think this is a decision that Usain Bolt and Mr. Mills are going to have to sit down one day, come 28, 29, right, and say, press conference, we suddenly change our mind. I am running against David Rudisha. I am taking up the David Rudisha challenge, or I am going to be running some other thing, but definitely not 100 and 200 meters. All right? Numbers to call 702-2585, 702-3470, 977-7638. Remember, right? We've had 3 weeks of very heavy stuff. I want to lighten it up a little bit. Today we want to begin with sports. And we're not talking about no Gangnam style yet. And no roll no train over no body yet, and no nothing to do with Sri Lanka yet. We soon get to Sri Lanka. After the news, we're going to talk about West Indies and Sri Lanka. But right now, we're asking a very simple question, and that is the matter of whether or not you think this is the correct decision, given the ominous threat, yeah? All right, I have to break that one down. I'm being beaten up, and I don't want a certain brother call me and ask me what the hell that mean. All right, well, it says it's a big threat, brethren. It's a big threat coming from Johan Blake, right? We're saying at this point, is that the correct decision, Mr. Bolt? Is that the correct decision, sir? Yes, for you to take on, yeah, a third. I mean, I understand. I can see the logic, right? Somebody named Carl Lewis attempted it, right? Okay, we're saying, is this the correct thing to do at this moment? Can we expect some change to occur at 28? All right? Put the question another way. At what point do we expect Johan Blake to genuinely beat Usain Bolt? Though meaning never train and run couple of trials and come second twice, right? And realize, oh, I was having too much party, right? We're not talking any such thing. We're talking about genuinely beaten, all right? Numbers to call, 702-2585, 702-3470, 977-7638. And toll free from your landline is 1-888-991-5155. Tell me what you think, all right? Your text line, and that should be quite happy and busy right now. 899-7657. That's 899-7657. And this question applies only to the news, so you have to do it quickly because right after that we're going to look at a bit more of the sport news. All right? Okay. No, Virgin. We're not looking for no West Indies thing. The people that start texting who want to text about West Indies already. All right, there's a more text coming than there about the West Indies. We don't reach the West Indies. Virgin, look at Virgin and Sister. Hold on, you okay? Give me a break. Okay, we don't reach Gangnam Style today. We don't reach RC. Anybody saw a girl diving out? Boy, one young lady said, I was just hoping that he did not hurt himself. Yeah, but we don't reach this yet. Oh, we have a poem here. Let me just check and make sure. Yes, the poet has something here for us today. Early. Yep. All right, so let's check a few of these texts. And this one person is saying here that I believe Usain Bolt is going to be beaten before the next Olympics. All right. Ah, right. After Bolt became the first man to successfully defend both sprint titles at the London Olympics, he was coy about his prospects of competing in Rio, and there were speculations he could switch to the long jump or 400 meters for a new challenge. However, during a promotional visit to New Zealand yesterday, was this when the Aboriginal man was swinging the spear and everything, and Usain Bolt's eyes were seemed to be popping out. The Lord, don't let him jam me. That is a Jamaican word. Don't let him jam me with that something. And wonder, you're figuring that the Aboriginal people frightened him, don't? So, alright, me I go run the sprint double 2016. Cause you look like you're jamming with this thing, you know. Oh boy. So, however, during a promotional visit to New Zealand yesterday, the self-declared living legend said that his plan for 2016 is all about just going and defending my titles. I don't want to try any different events at Rio, because at Rio I will just defend my titles to show the world that there is a possibility that I can do it again. Bolt, who won the 100 and 200 and helped Jamaica win the 4x1 meter relays at Beijing and London, told a news conference, the three-peat, that's the focus. There's not going to be any different event. The 26-year-old Bolt was under intense pressure from Johan Blake heading into London Olympics after losing to his training partner at the Jamaica Trials, but he vowed to deliver his best when it counted most and showed up with his commanding runs in London. Yeah. Bolt has the world record in the 100 and 200 and wants to go even faster. What? After 26. He'll return to training later this month and turn his attention immediately to the World Championships next year in Moscow. After speak Russian, mister. I continue to work hard, continue staying focused and pushing myself. So for me, that's the focus right now, he said. I don't know how fast I can go, but I definitely try to go faster each year. I enjoy being challenged all the time. So, do you think it was the spear incident that caused his eyes to bulge up? Do you think that's what caused it? Or he had planned this before? You think it's the environment of New Zealand? I don't know. But anyway, bottom line, you heard it here. All right, the gentleman says he is going to go for the third time. 3 Olympics in a row. No default, no nothing, No Johan Blake getting sick. No, nobody has any bug in the stomach. No, nothing. Three Pete's, the focus. Yeah? Well, you heard it here. And so we shall see. We shall see. I don't like what I see here. I see here West Indies team celebrate winning the ICC 2020 cricket, and right in it there's a little picture of Dr. Hunt. Yeah? Hunt thanks West Indies team for amazing effort. That's a nice way of spoiling the picture. Seriously, and I mean it exactly as I said. Alright? I don't think it's nice to have a picture of Mr. Hunt in the celebrations of the young people. The West Indies Cricket Board has done immense damage to these young people. As they repair, I don't think they should celebrate with them. That's just my position. That's my personal position. Yeah? A lot of these kids felt so depressed, so torn apart, so damaged by the kinds of stuff that came out from the West Indies Cricket Board. Yeah? And now everybody is happy. Yes? Let me, there's some other texts, of course, on Usain Bolt, but let me herald you into the West Indies, victory, right? And let me start by looking at this one. It says, imagine Gale only scored 3 runs after 15 balls, and on ball 16 his wicket falls. I said it was all over and done, but Marlon come out blazing with all gun. 138 seemed a small score to the Sri Lankan, and the world was shocked when they were dismissed for 101. If Weeper and WICB can work hand in hand, then West Indies can get back to number 1. Powerful. Absolutely powerful. Absolutely powerful. I have a different take. Yes, I strongly believe. Strongly believe. Yes? Strongly believe the West Indies Cricket Board should step out and be a man and apologize for the hell they put these guys through over the last 2-3 years. I think somebody should step out and say, now that you people win, right? Win at the point where we step back from all the hocus and pocus and rocus and chocus that we put you through. Yes? Right? We're sorry. At least some kind of start like that, because I know deep down, and unlike people who fester things, I won't. I know deep down there are a lot of people who are deeply wounded and deeply upset with the degree to which the West Indies Cricket Board went to ensure that the youngsters knew who's the man and who have power around here. Yes? The people who shone, the people who did extremely well in this tournament are the exact same people who were maligned, mistreated, and all of those things. Let's soon come back. Hey, welcome back everyone. Of course, you know this is the Complete Picture, and you know I'm your host, Herbs. And even though, boy, we're focused a little bit on sports right now, just want to remind parents, just want to remind the parents that you are the ones responsible for your children, and that your children are not responsible for you necessarily. Yeah. Okay. All right. Be careful the kind of gifts you give your children. We're gonna leave it there. We're just hoping that some parents were listening to the news and heard. Okay? I have friends in Guyana who listen to the program. Don't want to depress them anymore. We just want to say condolences. All right? We're really sorry, guys, what happened to their children. But gonna gently remind parents, you are the ones who are responsible for your children. They are not necessarily responsible for you. Okay? You have to make the decisions that will keep them safe. And you have to be mature. You can't get overly happy and buy them toys that kill them. Alright? Anyway, let's hope some parents learn. Lessons are to be learned from this tragedy. Alright? Really, really sad. Alright, so we're looking at the West Indies win. And of course, we also have another crash. This is a Jamaican plane crash victim, died on her birthday. That's another issue again. Really, really sad stories. 2 accidents there. Yeah, but life. All right, championes. What language should I say it in? What language I should say it in, Gavin? Championes, Campadoos, what? Champions, brethren. We are the champions, my friend. Yes. Right? Brethren, you find a song for me yet? Yes, man. Yeah, remember the Gangnam style. Gangnam style again. People have a chance to drop, stop at work and take a look at listen, they don't know Gangnam and the people have work site. West Indies star batsman Chris Gayle gets off a celebratory dive. What was Gayle doing though? I'm trying to figure what on earth Gayle was doing. How many dives did he do? About 6? See there? See there? The man does some serious dives, you know. I'm telling you, man, the man did some serious dives. But I don't know if it's a bar. I don't know what he was catching. And you know what I find funny? What I find funny, and I'm telling you that I think something may be wrong with me, but I don't like hypocrisy, you know. I can't work with it. Just the same seniors who were terrorizing the youth. Every picture you see of them now, them laughing, you know, and hugging up the same little youth, them, you know. The same old people, them. Eh? You know what I was proud of? When Richie Richardson came and go, yeah! Right? And just get into the youth group and just hug up. That was just so genuine. Yeah? But there were other persons who you can see it etched into their faces that they knew that they did the youth them wrong over the years. They knew. Right? They know. You can see it etched on them. You can see the conflict. You know? Yes, I'm happy. You know, I'm happy. Right? Somebody, and I'm serious enough, somebody needs to make a statement of apology for what they did to these kids. Yeah? Because guess what? They never had to bounce back, you know. The West Indies cricket team could have been destroyed forever based on what they went through. And the West Indies management, for a long, long time, I can call the names of people who've been through hell. People all hear on the news so they're no longer playing for West Indies rather than get a letter. The practice has been for a very long time, and I don't want us to just celebrate without having a discussion about where we go from here, because some of the arms house, as we say it in Jamaican, right? By the way, international community, that simply means nonsense, yeah? Some of the arms house that we used to carry on regarding how we treat our players need to stop, yeah? Because I repeat, when we go to watch cricket or when we turn on our set, we do not expect to see the management out there batting and bowling and fielding. Yes, we expect to see the youngsters doing it. Yes? And I'm convinced sometimes that there are some persons who really think that they need to take away the spotlight from the youth. Them. I can't find another explanation. If somebody can find an explanation, work it out for me. When I look at, and I think Caribbean people sometimes overdo this thing about discipline. Discipline is good, but mercy and love must also be mixed with discipline. Not true? Yeah, man. We should have been in a church right now if we say praise the Lord, man. There's need for mercy and love. Yeah? So, Gail a dive. Pictures of Gail diving all over the internet, all over the place. Yeah. So we're going to look. Caribbean Delight. Windies lift World 2020 trophy in dramatic win over host. Do you think it is easy to beat a host? You think it's easy to beat Sri Lanka? Can I go a little further and share with you that we don't even have a history of beating Sri Lanka? No. They in fact have a history of whipping us. Darren Sammy's West Indies were crowned the new World 2020 champions after a 36-run victory over the host. How you must win with 36 runs? Huh? Win by 36 runs after you set 137. That make any sense? Eh? After when they you end at what? 14, you only make 14 runs out of the power play? No. Let me share with you people. I was told a lot of people got up and left their television. I turned off their television. People even kicked their television after the power play was finished. And Gale out. People got up. But there's a little trick to this thing that people didn't understand, yeah? Here's a little teeny trick. Right? And we're going to use words that certain persons use. If you out the done, you still have the shutter left on. West Indies restricted to 137 for 6. After electing to bat, hit back to bowl Sri Lanka out for 101 and silence a sellout crowd of 35,000 at the Premadasa Stadium that included President Mahinda Rajapakse. Right? Rajapakse. It was the first world title for the West Indies since the 50-over World Cup triumph under Clive Lloyd in 1979 and handed Sri Lanka their 4th defeat in a major final since 2007. Spinner Sunil Narayan grabbed 3 wickets for 9 and Sammy took 2 as the host, who had excelled in the field in the first session and did the good work with irresponsible batting in the second. Yep. So the thing set up here. Never say never. Right? Never get into this thing of saying people cannot do it. Yeah? Look at this. Look at this. Jamaican Samuels spurs West Indies with a knock of 78 runs. Yeah? Who did he take on? That is what made the match sweet. Malinga, the man who liked to bowl as if he's going to pop your toe. And let me use Jamaican language. That man bowls at your toe. I cannot work out his bowling strategy until this day. Why does he need to bowl at the people them toe? Now, it's two things. You have two decisions. This man is going to pop my toe or make him take the wicket. Right? He has the ability to bowl at 40, 50, some ridiculously slow balls, and the next ball is nearly 100 miles per hour. What is the matter with you, Malinga? Malinga, what is the matter with you? And Samuel stepped out and hit him for 6. Hit him again for 6. Hit him again for 6. And that's what turned the game. Everybody realized, but we can't lick him, man. We can't lick him. If Samuel lick him, we can't lick him too. Yeah? Well, it was brilliant, brilliant, brilliant game. His brilliant stroke play, which earned him the Man of the Match award, helped the West Indies add 105 runs in the last 10 overs. Isn't that weird? You hit 27, right? Sorry, 32 runs in the first 10, right? And 105 in the second 10. More than 3 times more, you know. It is hard to explain what this victory means to me and my team, said Samuels, as the West Indies celebrated widely using the energetic Gangnam style dancing. Sri Lanka beat us twice in a practice match and in the Super 8s, but I told Chris that we can't lose to them twice. All the hard work paid off today. The West Indies are finally going well again. We have a great future. What a way to say it. The way we started the game was fantastic, but a couple of mistakes in the field and a few bad overs shifted the momentum, said the Sri Lankan captain. We are disappointed for the huge crowd that came to support us. We need to sit together, have a chat on what went wrong, and then move on. Let me say this to people though. That the home crowd can also hurt you, you know, can put you under pressure. You know, 35,000 people are here to see me beat up the West Indies. Ha-hi, ha-hi, ha-hi. They started out with an absolute pitch that says, if you are not an Indian, don't bowl on it. Right? Spin, spin, spin. I think one of the interesting things I forgot, we had 3 Indians that bowl too. That's the part I loved about this thing. That pitch, as soon as I saw that pitch, you know that pitch was definitely for one type of bowlers. Yes? But guess what? We do have, we're not completely short of bowlers. And so, it's absolutely fab. Absolutely fab. Brethren, give the people them the Gangnam style, man. Because some people don't know what you're talking about, you know. They need to hear the music. Yes? Alright? And also, here's a note to the technician from Seville in St. Anne. So all Caribbean people, you can celebrate again, right? Give you a small moment to celebrate again, all right? Gangnam style.
품격 있는 여자 밤이 오면 심장이 뜨거워지는 여자 그런 반전 있는 여자 너는 선어해 낮에는 너만큼 따사로운 그런 선어해 커피 식기도 전에 원샷 때리는 선어해 밤이 오면 심장이 터져버리는 선어해 그런 선어해 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 그래 바로 너 아름다워 사랑스러워 그래 너 그래 바로 너 지금부터 갈 때까지 가볼까 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 강남스타일 오빤 강남스타일 에이 섹시 레이디 오빤 강남스타일 에이 섹시 레이디 성숙해 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 여자 이때다 싶으면 묶었던 머리 푸는 여자 가렸지만 웬만한 노출보다 야한 여자 그런 감각적인 여자 나는 선어해 점잖아 보이지만 놀 땐 노는 선어해 내가 되면 완전
Open Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Open Gangnam Style. Gangnam Style. Open Gangnam Style. Hey, sexy lady. Open Gangnam Style. Hey, sexy lady. 우리는 놈, 그 위에 나는 놈. Baby, baby, 나는 뭘 좀 아는 놈. 뛰는 놈, 그 위에 나는 놈. Baby, baby, 나는 뭘 좀 아는 놈. You know what I'm saying? 오빤 강남 스타일. Hey, sexy lady. 오빤 강남 스타일. Hey, sexy lady. 오빤 강남 스타일.
All right, people, for those who had no idea what Gangnam Style is about, that's it. It's a song done by a Korean about a section of people who ride horse to go everywhere. So rich. Yes, they own stables and all of these things, and they just horsey around and so forth. So, of course, the song Gangnam Style was done. So you want to do things. If you don't own a horse, of course, a horse costs a lot of money. You don't have to own the horse. You can just jump around and pretend you own one, right? But the song, of course, is dedicated to the West Indies young people. Yeah, Chris Gayle, all of them, right? Even the captain this time come out and give a good showing, a solid showing. One of the better games I've seen him captain. The last two games, in fact, I think he did his best. All right, of course, you know, there are all kinds of controversy surrounding the captain that was put in place during the chaos, yeah? So, but of course, tremendous support for him during these games, and want to big up the captain too, yeah? Herbs, can you tell me one country on its success with the International Monetary Fund? All right. All right. Oh boy, people must them spoil me day now. Then stop talking about sports now. Then want to talk about IMF. We have some 3 IMF questions. And these are 3 different persons. Herbs, can you tell me one country? Yes, one country on its success, who had success with the IMF? That's a big one. Can you tell me one country who was successful, not who, sorry, that was successful as a result of the IMF? Not really. I don't know. I know that the IMF can help to bail you out a little bit, but you have to do your thing yourself. Can't just be reliant on the IMF. So I don't know. I have to. Let me pose this question to my econ people. I don't want to name you, but if you don't help me quickly, I'll name you. Tell us of a country, my econ support people. Tell us of a country, right? Don't leave me embarrassed here, please. No, this is not good. Right? Can somebody out there tell us of a country? Let me open the lines for this, yeah? 702-2585, 702-3470, 977-7638. Tell us of a country that you know that has done very well, having had the support of the IMF. All right? I honestly can't think of one right now. So I wouldn't mind if somebody helped to tell us. 1-888-991-5155, 702-2585, 702-3476, 977-7638. Right? Sorry, it's 702-2585, 702-3470, 977-7638. Toll free from your landline is 1-888-991-5155. All right, gonna ask one of my colleagues or anybody who can tell us of a country that had immense success, or give us a success story of a country that was reliant on the IMF. All right, That's not the imagery I have in my head of the IMF. But help me here, yeah. Let's go to the lines. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, my brother. How you doing?
Give God thanks, Dr. Gil.
Yes, man.
Let me say congratulations to our West Indies team that has won this match.
Yes.
And the first two matches. And not only the West Indies that was won the match, but congratulations to our Prime Minister, the Honorable Portia Simpson, who has stepped in and asked the board was to take some action in getting back Chris Gale in the team.
Yes.
Congratulations to her.
Yes, and I think, hold on, I think in that case too, we should also commend Dr. Gonzalez, isn't it?
That's right.
Yes.
And thirdly,
yes,
those sabotager and victimizer that on the West Indies boy must get rid of them.
Well,
sabotager and victimizer, don't let them stay there because they have the blood to sabotage our young people.
Well, I
So
don't
we
know.
should get rid of them.
I'm just looking at pictures with these people now with happy faces. I don't know. I just think that, boy, you know, life is kind of interesting, don't?
Yeah.
They were always sad face. Now they're happy, you know. But such is life. I don't know. I don't know if
you should get rid of them.
Well, that's one position to take.
If we put up what out there, most West Indians would say they should get rid of them.
Well, we could do that. We could.
Yeah, put up what out them
We could actually do that. We could actually because we have access to phone numbers from persons from 4 or 5 Caribbean countries. That would be quite interesting.
Yeah, put up what
Just that I don't want to provoke any action, right? But we could actually do that and see what the people think.
Vote on the board.
And see
who
what
was victimized.
See what people think. Yeah, because
they
they
have more people to penalize. You know.
Yes, they
And
really did.
Let Sammy stay for the captain. Let Sammy stay.
Yes.
Don't trouble Sammy. He's doing a good job. Make him stay.
And we think he's gradually maturing, eh?
Yeah, make him stay, man. Don't trouble him, man.
All right.
Make him stay, man. Because I know Chris Gale perform better being a captain. He concentrate on him batting, man, and concentrate on the overall team.
Yes.
You know, so make Sammy stay. But congratulations to the team.
Yes.
And the Portia Simpson and Mr. Gonzalez.
All right,
and third, we must get rid of those who used to victimize the young men. Off the board immediately.
Yes.
Put them go to the West Indians and say them say yes. Get rid of them.
All right, my brother. All right. Well,
I don't have much to say today. I have more chance to say. But let me give more space to the people who want to speak.
All right, my brother. Respect.
I have suggested.
Respect, my brother. It's something to consider, and it's just that I don't like to use research to force people's hand because I have a guess that the vast majority of Jamaicans and other Caribbean people are going to say that certain persons need to leave the board now. And I don't think because I have a working idea that's what they're going to say, I should do a research on it. That's probably the only reason why we wouldn't do a 360 or a 540 sample across the Caribbean and see what it looks like. Maybe we should, but I don't know. It may be an ethical issue. And as a result, I don't think I want to do it, yeah? Because I think, you see, you shouldn't do research when you have a working idea of what the response is going to be. I think there's something wrong with that. Because then you would not be doing the research to find out. You'll be doing the research to show that you know. You understand? All right, let's take another call. Hello?
Sergey.
Yes, my brother. How you doing?
Why don't this man just resign and don't make them have to make him resign? Him should have resigned. He should not be the one who laughing now.
But
because he was the one who keeping back West Indies cricket.
Boy, I don't know.
Right?
I don't know. You understand my research position though. I don't want to go do research that shows.
We as listener
yes.
say this man must go.
Right.
Because we say we ain't bring the West Indies cricket. Right? And
yes.
I'm not going to say Chris Gale single-handedly win the match. But he has played his role.
No, but hold on. Remember though that Chris Gale was not the only person ganged up against, you know.
No, I realize
Remember that Marlon Samuels was also a victim.
And those are the two men that played the important role in bringing back the West Indies
yes.
to a championship standard.
Yes. The positives though out of when we were in the wilderness, the positives of the wilderness is the finding of Little Narayan. You don't think so?
Yes.
Kemar Roach. Yeah. Who else? We did find a few guys.
Yes.
Johnson Charles is not as a result. I think they would have found Johnson Charles whether or not.
Look here.
But Narayan and Kemar Roach, and who else? There's a third person, man, who's
But
been
you know,
found.
third Gil, I hear coach make a suggestion.
Yes.
And it's the first time I hear coach make a suggestion, and I would support him.
Yes.
Right? But it didn't work, and it sure say he's not supposed to be there taking off the red off of the ball or the shine. Him two down, I believe that's where Johnson Charles should be. Because if Gale is going to open, I realize that what he does is keep back Gale.
Right, but you remember that I was saying it from the beginning that I didn't like it. The first match I saw with him when he made 84 and it reduced the score because Gale was not. They were using Johnson Charles basically to hold Gale back because Johnson Charles was exuberant and having fun, but he don't have the strike rate.
No.
Right, no. and he's a good one day or test wicket, right? An absolutely great young man, and I'm so proud of him. But the opponents were basically using him.
Well, you know, I can tell you, man. I can tell you. You see, a lot of these people, especially if them come from Barbados and Trinidad, them not like Jamaican.
No, right? I wouldn't add Trinidad in it though. Because I can tell you that there's a greater unity in terms of, this is just from my observation, between the Jamaican players and the Trini players. What you had in this league, though, you know, was a tremendous unity among all the players.
Which we have not seen for many years.
For a very long time. And we want to big up Richie, Richie Richardson, for whatever he did to the team. Yeah, we don't know what magic he spun.
And you know the worst part of it, Sir Gil? I don't get to see one ball when the match I play. I don't even hear nothing.
Hush.
I have to be calling, how the match I go.
Hush, my brother. But something though, I think we ought to head to a position where we select the best team, and whichever country they come from becomes unimportant. I think that is the drama. The big drama about selecting a West Indies cricket team where people feel that my country must be represented even though my player come 27th and the squad is only 15. You understand what I'm saying?
Because if West Indies was the favorite, why is it surprised that we beat Sri Lanka? Why is it surprised? West Indies when I play no ball, Sri Lanka beat up the big side them and gone to the final long time before. And we Sri Lanka help we in the long run, you know. Do you realize that, Sergi?
How they helped us?
If they did lose, we not gone through.
Oh, that's what you're saying.
We not gone through.
You mean if they didn't beat up England?
Yes, because them not physically help us, you know.
Yes, I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Because they could have helped England, you know. And make England go through, you know, but them never lose a match.
No.
No, and them wouldn't want to lose on. And maybe them have a plan to go through. When all is said and done, one. The West Indies win, and all who want to call them West Indies, I used to curse them myself, you know, because look here, me no want no West Indies lose a match.
Yeah.
We don't want them lose. So when they lose, me curse and go on bad. I have no problem with the captain. Me no have no problem. Every time him lose, he was never apologizing. He's always saying, well, we don't play too well, and we don't play well. If we don't play well, we lose. Me no have not a problem with him.
All right, sir.
All
right. Yeah, man, respect. All right. Okay. So we're waiting for a call from someone of our colleague who will help us to understand or to point out to us a country that has done well under the IMF, right? Herbs Today Observer Mr. Siaga speaks of being MP for West Kingston for 45 years, but in real life, what those poor people achieve. Yeah? Wow, okay. Well, somebody has a position here, and Mr. Siaga's position about the position of West Kingston. Yeah, it's just 3 positions I put in it, don't worry. Somebody has a position about Mr. Siaga's position about the position of West Kingston. I'll be good. And looking at some number of texts here. Dr. Herbs, big up Gail Indies. No, it's West Indies. Not too bad. And this text is, which country is this? Plenty big up to the West Indies. I haven't worked out which country this one is yet. I'll soon know which country this came from. You Jamaican people, you travel too much. You must behave and stay home. It's in Europe. Yes, I know it's in Europe, but where? All right. Well, anyway, Jamaicans abroad or supporters of Jamaicans are bigging up, of course, the West Indies here. All right. Somebody needs to answer for me, or I'm probably gonna have to take my phone and begin to call people from the econ department. We need to have an idea of of any country at all that has done very well under the IMF. That's the challenge that one of our listeners has sent us today. Is there any single country on earth that has done well with the IMF? And here we are in this pickle. Here we are in this real pickle. Yeah? Waiting on the IMF little scraps money to bail us out. Right? And the opposition now having a chance to have fun like the opposition the last time we're having fun when the JLP were in power. Right? They are now the better leaders when they're in the opposition. Like the PMP were the greatest thing celeste. Or the shouting, turn up now. Yeah, he's not in power. Right? So now we are going to find out. We need to find out if there's a country that has done very well since under the IMF, that is. All right? So, Gangnam Style. It has been a lot of Gangnam Style, all right? And, of course, the sentiments, texts that are coming in, people are responding to the question without we do the research. But, of course, these are Jamaicans who have been hurt the most. All right, but people are basically saying the president should go. All right, well, send us your text on the matter to save us from doing research. As I say, people, and I want people to understand my position. It's an ethical position. It's something I've taught my students not to do, and therefore it will be kind of weird for you to teach your students not to do that, right, Kevin? And then you go do it. Yeah? If you just pass something down the road, pass a dog at the side of the road rotting, putrefaction, sun burn him out, you know him dead, you're certain it was a dead dog, you pass it there and there. Don't go do a research and ask people, what do you think was down the road? It's a dead dog. See, I told you so it was a dead dog. Don't do that. That's not research. That's you doing your own thing. Eh? Okay, so that is the situation. That is the situation, and therefore, we have to be careful. So I don't want to do that. All right, but it will be interesting to find out how many persons really think, of the situation. All right. So we're gonna switch a little bit from, of course, sports, and we want to cover a few things that have been happening. Right? American crash report delays. It's not going to be getting it for a while. Okay? You're not going to be getting it for a while. A long-awaited report into the crash of American Airlines Flight 331 at the Norman Manley International Airport on the 9th of Tuesday, December 22nd, 2009, has been delayed again. Okay? Officials had hoped that the report would have been out by now, but a meeting that was scheduled for yesterday to finalize the document has been postponed because all of the information needed to put it together has not, right? It's all of the information have not yet come in. Director General of Jamaica's Civil Aviation Authority, the lieutenant, right? Okay, we do not say lieutenant. The Lieutenant Colonel Oscar Darby confirmed in an interview with the Jamaica Observer that there has been another delay. All right, and so those persons who have been anxious, you're going to have to wait a little bit more. All right, just wait a little bit more. Let me just take you through a few of the stuff that's been happening. Right? Okay. Some bad news, more bad news for Cash Plus investors. Right? There's more bad news for the already. So two sets of delays. Right? They already disgruntled Cash Plus investors who are owed billions of dollars by the failed alternative investment scheme. That was a test of our faith as a nation. This is in the form of a Court of Appeal ruling which will see a large sum of money that could have gone to investors being paid out in fees and expenses to two former co-interim receiver managers and the auditing firm Price Waterhouse Coopers. The ruling should not sit well with creditors who, according to the court document, are owed in excess of only very small amounts of money, only $26 billion. And people, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you because I know you're laughing too. Or I'm laughing after you because you laugh first. $26 billion. Following the ruling, attorney Hugh Wildman, a former Cash Plus liquidator and trustee in bankruptcy, told Radio Jamaica that he would be taking the matter to the UK-based Privy Council, Jamaica's final appellate court. Can you imagine? 26 billion. 26 billion. That's not no little petty money, you know. Right? A total of 286.8 million was owed by Cash Plus to the two men for their management of the assets of the failed company. So a lot of people gonna get their money first before we don't get you are yours. We're gonna take the break, people. I wish you the luck. So come back. Hey, welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. All right. So here's one of the other things I marked that is a bit controversial, and I want to have your say on this matter. It's found in the yesterday's Observer. That's Monday, October 8th, Observer, where ex-crime fighter, of course, we're talking about Leng, lashes former Commissioner Colonel Macmillan. And of course, we're talking here about Leng, who, of course, runs Sting, right? He is the chief executive of Supreme Promotions, right? The producer of the one-night reggae show Sting, right? And he is saying that when Colonel Macmillan came in, he got rid of basically the 10 of the biggest the name brands in crime fighting, let's put it that way. And he's saying that you had Schoolboy Richie, which is called Errol Richards, who ran downtown. You have Bigger Ford at Constant Spring, Mikey Scott at Halfway Tree, right? You had Paro Camber, you have Lepke Young at Operations Base. That's how it worked. We put a lot of pressure on gunmen, Leng said. We wanted to run the streets, and we know how the street is run. And you take off the 10 of us and put some other people who don't want to work out there. What did you expect? There are too many guns in Jamaica, and I don't know where the headspace of the police is. I tell them that if they work hard, the success will come. Don't go hunting for things. Things will come to you. The force must be intelligence driven. You can't give a tailor shoes to make. He wouldn't know what to do. He would have to start all over. When we came off the front line in 1993, that was when the crime rate started to move upwards. I was put back in uniform and placed behind a desk at Never Never Land. Leng, of course, is complaining, referring to downtown police, Kingston Police Department, where those who have fallen out of favor with the forces hierarchy were deposited. The superintendent down at Central Police Station at the time said that he couldn't have me sitting down round a desk, so he gave me a special squad to run. We touched the road, and in the first week we found 9 guns, Leng said. According to Leng, he imported a BMW vehicle in 1990 when Macmillan was head of the Revenue Protection Division, but Macmillan could not understand how a sergeant of police got money to bring in a car like that. At that time, Sting was going on and we were making money. That year, we had over 30,000 people at the show when Ninja Man started. He didn't want me and Bigger Ford to be in the force. It was all about his ego. It was just about his ego. He wanted all the fame and glory, and Leng and Bigger Ford were the 2 popular names at the time. Interesting discussions, these. I had a whole lot more to contribute to the force. I wrote the program for the anti-crime squad when I got shot in 1991, and I wasn't sure that I would be going back to the front line. I told Commissioner at the time, Roy Thompson, that we needed something to deter the gunmen, because if we didn't have name brand people out there, those boys would run amok over Jamaica. I gave him the anti-crime program one Friday afternoon, and the Prime Minister announced it in Parliament the next Tuesday, Leng said, admitting that he emulated Keith Trinity Gardner's style of policing. Leng said that he seized 7 illegal guns in 1 week while he was stationed at Matilda's Corner, as crime in Beverly Hills and surrounding areas dipped. Criminals, he said, who were making life miserable for residents of those areas, migrated when they heard that he was patrolling the zone. He insists that some amount of toughness must be shown when dealing with certain criminals, while at the same time underlining what he called another of his hallmarks, that of taking appropriate notes while investigating criminal cases. Sometimes you have to deal with criminals cold, just like how they deal with people. At the same time, Bigger Ford, Schoolboy Richie, and myself were not people who just went around shooting. We wrote a lot, and when we went into the witness box, we did not lose cases. In 1984, I gave evidence before Mr. Justice Billy Walker, and someone who worked with the judge said that Walker had commented that in 10 years, it was the first time that a policeman ever came into the court and gave evidence so precise. In that case, 4 men were charged for murder, and they were convicted and sentenced to death, later commuted to life. Kent Pantry was the prosecutor, and he said that the matter, how it was done, was used as a test case in England, said Leng. So Leng is here presenting a case that after his generation, the crime problem in Jamaica soared. And if you look at the timing, right, 1997, Jamaica was, of course, squarely in the top 10 most murderous countries in the world. And he's saying that this could be, right, well, he's saying with a little bit more certainty than I'm saying, that Colonel Macmillan is one of the persons to be blamed, because they removed all of those aggressive police officers who had knowledge of the streets from frontline and put a fresh set of people. I want to open the lines to hear people's impression. When I read this, when I saw it yesterday, I was like, wow, seriously? And I want to run it by you to get your comments. The numbers to call, 702-2585, 702-3470, 977-7638. And toll free from your landline, it's 1-888-991-5155. All right? Of course, ex-crime fighter Leng lashes former Commissioner Colonel Macmillan for having removed the country's, 10 of the country's aggressive crime fighters. All right, some of the people he named. Of course, you know these names: Bigger Ford, Schoolboy Richie, Yeah, those are some interesting names. Mikey Scott, Paro Camber, my God, Lepke Young. Yeah, hear those names? Kevin, you don't know those names, right? You only hear what's his name there, Sprague Band. This who sing about them. Is who? No, it's not Sprague Band. It's not. What's the name of the other one? No man, why am I mixing up Sprague Bands, man? No man, the other. What's the name of who sing about crime story? Boy, you're not doing too well today. Man, you're supposed to be backing me up, you know, man. It's not Sprague, man. What's the name of the who sing about Brook Valley or whatever, man? Baby Sham, man. Brethren, you should give me that long time, you know, man. Yes, man. You list the Baby Sham song, I hear the name them. Yeah, man. Trinity, Schoolboy Richie, Bigger Ford, Mikey Scott, Leng. Those are some names, man. Those are some names. Well, I don't know. Well, Leng said he wants to come back, right? Ready to be a cop again, but I don't know. I think we should stay and go and enjoy the money. The man is doing well. Once I went to Admiralton and started doing work, and they said I'm a labourite. But I just tell myself that I am a policeman, a straight policeman, and maybe the only policeman who doesn't have a political leaning, and it fooled them all the time because they have me on both sides. Some of the police top brass said I was PMP, some others say I'm JLP. He's telling about his story and his life back in the days, and he's saying that it was an error. It was an error to have removed him and those other aggressive police officers who are streetwise from the streets and put them in office, and some did not go to office, some just didn't bother to go back. Alright, I'll take a few texts just before the news comes. It says best basketball team, football team, drum corp, dance troupe, netball, alright, a stadium, high CXC passes, and a whole lot more, just so persons can ask what. Oh, whoa, okay. Somebody was asking what did Mr. Seaga do for the people. So somebody's sending, we get somebody who is near Mr. Seaga, it would seem, saying that Mr. Seaga created the best basketball team, best football team, drum corp, dance troupe, netball, a stadium, high CXE passes, and a whole lot more. Just so persons who ask what Mr. Seaga achieved should know. Alright? So the man is saying, or the person saying Mr. Seaga achieved some things down there in Tivoli. Alright? So come back. Hey, welcome back, everyone. All right, so in our very final session, before we close today, we want to hear from persons who've been around, and the question is, what style of policing was better? What exists today, or when you had Leng, Biggerford, Trinity, what were the other names? All of these guys, right? Lepke. What's the other one? There's another one. I'm trying to remember. When you had those days back in the 1990s, was that better policing, or is the policing today better? All right, that's the question. All right, that is the question. Okay. Just remind you of the names. Leng, who of course now manages Sting. Let me put it in the simplest way for you. All right. The question is, were those days better? Were those days better? Right? When you had Bigger Ford, right? You had Schoolboy Richie. That name was very popular. Schoolboy Richie, Bigger Ford, Mikey Scott, Paro Camber, Lepke, right? All of those persons. Of course, Trinity, Leng, right? Were those better days? Were those police more effective in dealing with crime than the bunch today? And the kinds of invasions we have today, storming a place like we're at war, right? Let me hope I haven't put any form of prejudice in the question. I'm just saying, right? Of course, Leng contends that those were better days, that they had better control of the crime situation. What is your position? Gonna take, I see text flooding in on the matter. I'm gonna take 10 of these texts on this matter. And I'm also opening the lines to you where you can comment, right? 702-2585, 702-3470, 977-7638, 1-888-991-5155. I'm going to try and take a few of these texts, all right? Somebody says, Herbs, you leave out Adams. No, my apology. My apology. How could I leave out Adams out of the group? All right. And Adams. My apologies, sirs and madams. All right. But were those people more street smart? Were they more effective in policing than today? Today's policing that also seem to depend on some amount of invasion. Yeah? All right? Let's take one more text. Herbs, if the social condition of the little people don't change, we will always have a crime problem. So it does not really matter whether or not we have Leng, Schoolboy, and the whole list. Adams, Richie, Bigger, Trinity, don't matter what kind of name we have. Person suggesting that if the social situation of the people don't change, we could have name brand police till we're weak, nothing going to change. All right, let's take a couple calls and then get back to these texts. All right, hello?
Good afternoon, Mr. Gale.
Good afternoon, sweetheart. How
Mr.
you doing?
Gale, I remember, I don't know much about Mr. Adams because only when Tivoli's thing start, that time I get to hear about Mr. Adams.
Yeah, okay.
But I used to hear policemen take out how much man out of Warwicker Hill and don't kill one. Go in as on here and take out man and no kill one.
Yes.
When I used to live in Salt Spring, in Trinity time, right? Them used to curfew Salt Spring. And let me tell you something, them come like after 5, after 6 in the morning. And a lot of them come. And when them come, they knock on the door. And then say, I am police. And then we tell you how much of them out there. And then we tell you the name. And then tell you who open the door. And you might look and see them and you open the door. And then come in and then look under bed. And then say, where your name, where you come from, X, Y, Z. They never like going to your house. And if you have mixed your drinks, then put them hand down in your drinks and say, if I find one spliff, I kill you here today. They never come in and call you boy and girl and
So
things like that.
you're saying that the older police officers, the so-called 10 that Leng is talking about, actually were more human than these police officers today?
They were police. They were human. Them going the force to work and carry out their work. They never go in the force as a human slaughter. You have some people going at the force and
Well, there's somebody who agrees with you here. There's a text here right in front of me that says those police officers that Leng is talking about were very aggressive, but they did not kill unnecessarily like these young ones.
Mr. Gale.
Wow, well.
Mr. Gale, let me tell you something.
Okay, that's an interesting position.
First time police used to work.
Mm-hmm.
Them, if you deal with them with attitude, them give you back attitude.
Mm-hmm.
But some of the police, them who doing things now, them don't go in there to keep up the security force.
Oh my
them
God.
going there for a different
So you're
reason.
suggesting, Miss Joyce, that things has got worse?
Right now, right now,
Mm-hmm.
if you is a police and you are going to clean out Cornwall Court, and you let down come in there to clean out Cornwall Court, you have spray, what you call it, spray white, pepper spray.
Mm-hmm.
You have gas boom, you have all kinds of different something. Why should you kill 8 person before you get 1 person where you go for?
Oh boy.
And enough for uno.
Oh boy. So you're saying that the invasive style they're using now is worse than in the past?
That is the reason why when 2 little man sit down and a draw them with and then see one jeeper come, them run or them kill them, or otherwise if 3 little man sit down and then see one jeeper pass and the jeep no see them, then fire half for them.
Boy, let me tell you, thanks, Miss Joyce. Thanks, you hear?
That is the fact truth.
All right, my dear, thanks. All right, we're gonna put this to the vote, people. We're gonna put this to the vote. Send me a text and tell me, right? The young people, I'm sorry, you're out of it now because you don't have the boat experience. But the older ones, send me and tell me if what Leng is saying here makes any sense, right? Tell me yes or no whether you think the policing situation today has got worse. Leng is also implying here that less people were killed at that time. I can tell you the statistics says, of course, that less people were killed during his time in terms of civilians killed by the force. But I don't know. You tell me, right, what you feel is happening. All right? And I can bear you with a bit of the statistics. In the last 10 years, the homicide rate, the civilians, average number of civilians killed each year is 205. In the decade before, it was 121. A big gap, almost twice more. So I don't know. Just giving you some of the statistics as far as I remember, based on my research. Bless Herbs, why these redundant politicians and civil servants don't leave the talk shows and the universities and stop infiltrating the young minds with their 50 years of bankrupt ideas. They need to go and enjoy their gains and give some other people a chance to contribute. They are not the only ones with ideas, please. All right, my brother. All right, let's take a second call. Hello?
Brother Gil?
Yes, my brother. How you doing?
Dave Carchang, I'm alive this afternoon.
Yes, man.
I endorse.
Yes.
The system will embrace those elderly policemen.
Yes.
That were in the force long time ago. I'm very glad that would accept them to come back in the force. Why they would accept them. Because they used to have more respect for the youth and for people than these young policemen who just shoot and kick out.
But here's my point. I grew up with these police officers. All of these names apply to my generation. Anybody who's over 35, right? I remember people being scared. I mean, crazy scared of Big and Trinity. People like Leng. People like Schoolboy, Richie. Yeah, I mean, those names, I grew up hearing people scared of these people. But the question is whether or not they were. We never had anything like Tivoli during those times, did we? My brother, hello?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm saying, even though we were so scared of these police officers, and then later, of course, Adams, we never had any Tivoli incursion, no nothing. It never festered. It never festered to the point where you needed to go butcher people to prove that you're in control.
They should leave what Mr. Haddon named.
All right, we're gonna leave it there, my brother, because we're getting a feedback. All right. All right, we're gonna take a couple more calls on this matter. All right, want to hear from you people, right? Want to hear from you people whether you think we've actually got worse, because there have been some extremely positive changes in policing in Jamaica, But the impression I'm getting from this interview with Leng is that when you look at the amount of civilians killed by the police now, right, are we really better? Let's go back to the phone lines. Hello? 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 All right, let's take the call. Hello?
Yes, sir, G. You know, so from you read them issue, me I feel involved, you know.
Yes.
Well, hear me.
Tell me what you think. I'm looking at... Hold
right.
on. Let's just look back at the statistics itself, right?
Yeah.
My recent calculation of the last 10 years, all right, or since the year 2000, looking at an article I just wrote, right, is 205 is the average per year, with, of course, 2010 and 2011 as the shebang, right? Those are the big years, all right? When you look at the decade before that, we have 121 on average, right? Leng is saying, right, that basically they were more focused. Not that they weren't aggressive, but they were more focused. The ways in which the kind of invasions and stuff now that are going on now, right, is definitely killing far more civilians. That's one of the points implied in what he's saying. All right? The statistics seem to support what he's saying, right? But the question is, have we been doing better policing since Leng and those guys are worse policing?
Well, what I would say, nothing has changed as far as I can remember.
Yes.
Don't forget, in Trenchtown, or Jonestown, 8 people were killed by the police in the early stage. Before I believe it's between in the 70s to in the 80s.
Yes.
8 people were killed, and these men were bad men, and they were killed one time. So, right. And if you read this issue with Mr. Ebert writing the issue, some 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks, he raised that issue of somebody that was involved in those fighting.
Right, but what is implied in this thing is that what we're having now is a lot of innocent kids being killed.
Yes.
And
Yes,
that these guys were more targeted.
Yes.
If them go for you, that's it.
Yes.
But there wasn't a lot of
people have been killed just randomly.
Oh, that's,
right? But
that's,
the thing about it, during those time, one of the year changed in the time of eradication squad.
No man, hold on.
200 people were killed.
354, 1984.
Yeah, 200 people were killed.
354 in 1984. That was the record before we got to 2010.
Yes.
Right.
300 odd people.
So you're saying then, even though on average, right, less civilians were killed on average, but you're saying that there were some years, like 1984, when some serious killing of civilians went on, right?
But I have to split the justice here, so Sir G.
Yes.
Make I tell you, these men, right, they were police. They might have them political affiliation.
Yes.
But they were police. When I said they were police, they tried to solve crime. Them are police and have no interest in solving no crime.
Oh boy.
Them just want to go there and just shoot people. That is the difference. Right? Although one at a time, I have a girlfriend on a Johnstone, and we go down there and check her. And when we pass Admiral Town, a Leng call me, in the station. And the man will tell me, call my station, find out when me look. The man have 1 ton load of picture. I look on the picture and I look if any one of them favor me. Poor me innocent little dog. The man have a ton load of picture. And my girlfriend out there look for me and can't see me. And when him look at him, every time him look on the picture, he look for me. Every time he look on the picture, he look for me. I remember those things, I remember those things. Right? Suppose, Sergey, I did favor one of those persons. As innocent as I sure I was. What would have happened? What would have happened?
So basically, no better barrel, no better heroin.
No, the only difference, they were trying to stop crime. I don't see Mr. Saddam trying to stop crime. I never see Mr. Saddam as a crime fighter.
All right.
No, I never see him as a crime fighter. Trinity, I never like him fight crime either. No.
Oh boy.
A lot of people end up dead.
Yeah, so we have a bad history. It's just got worse in terms of the number of civilians who die. Yeah.
Just got worse. And when are we going to get?
Oh boy.
You see, because of our politics, Sergi,
Yeah.
It is going to get worse. It's really sad for me to say this. It is going to get worse because the policeman is afraid. So make sure shoot first and ask question later.
Yeah, so that's where the problem is. The fear has just got worse.
Sergi, we are in a serious, I don't want to use that word, it might, the Fair Trade Commission might have something to say about the program, so I'm not going to use that word, it's not fit for airplay. But when all is said and done, we are in a serious trouble.
Oh boy.
The one that sound more better for you.
Yes, man. All right.
Sergi,
respect. Yeah.
It's serious.
All right, my brother.
Yes.
Respect. Yeah, man.
I don't support him article in some farm still, you know.
Sorry?
I don't support his article in some farm. Oh, you read it?
Yes.
Yes, but me could say what go on now. Things can change.
Yes.
If the politicians have the
we're gonna have to work together on this. Yeah.
All right, Sergi.
All right, my brother. Respect. All right. Well, his position there is simply that there were problems back in those days too. But strange enough, people, and the last decade, the decade before, since the year 2000, civilians, 205 civilians on average have died at the hands of the police and the other members of the security forces, units of the security forces. In the decade before, the average was 121, I think. All right? And it was lower in the decade before that also. Okay? Including, despite the fact that we had 354 in a single year. Yeah? So the situation is that it gets worse. This one says, it's worse now, but criminals have become more fierce. All right, I'm going to see if I can take as many of these texts as possible. Herbs, I live in Spanish Town, and in the 90s, police beat me badly coming from a dance, saying I fit a description of a man who raped 4 women all at once. Herb, them shot me 2 bucks one time, burst, shot at my ears, and when the ladies come to identify that it wasn't me, oh my goodness. Yeah, so the 90s was rough. They're saying to you, Leng. A number of texts here coming in now saying that don't romanticize the 90s at all. I got really beat up by you guys. Number of people speaking out. Sir Leng. And here's another text that says, how them can send fear in a taxi man and them don't want to send fear in a bad man. What does this mean? Fear in a taxi man. One type of fear in the taxi man and a different type of fear in the bad man. All right, interesting text. These police have no approach. They don't chase, they shoot. Okay, all right. The one says, I think the police lack moral standard. And another one text here says, today's policing is good, but the criminals are more organized than before. All right, this one says that, somebody's telling me that the person I was looking for was Baby Sham, not what did I say first? Swagger Benz. I don't know why I keep, it's not the first I mixed them up. They don't even resemble, so why I keep mixing them up? Maybe because they both came on the scene at the same time, don't? Yes, man. Yeah, man. Them. Swagger was before? Boy, shut up. Next thing, all the burger man start laugh after me. The Herbs, I agree with the lady. These young police are not human. They are like crocodiles. They kill anything in their way. They are the enemy's worst, the citizens' worst enemies. Wow. They talk about the glorious days of the 60s. Of the 60s, 7 to 9% growth and production was at its height. So how come me and my generation did have to eat so much food without meat and use banana trash make mattress? Person here is saying nothing was glorious about those days. Most people were talking about the presidential debate in America, while Paulwell was thinking about the election in Venezuela. Just imagine how him dance and spin when him hear that Chavez win. Now we can continue to get some cheap oil for the time being until LNG come on the scene. I hear that in the region, Jamaica water was put to the test and come out tasting the best. It's time to send more water outside our region and cut down on the water importation. This is from our poet. Respect, sir. Big up. All right? Yeah, well, gonna leave you guys there today. All right? One final text here. This person says, Herbs, I understand what Leng is saying, but the truth of the matter, they were rough too. Oh boy. Oh boy. In England, police carry whistle. In Jamaica, them all have guns. In England, police carry whistle. In Jamaica, them all have 4 guns. And in England, all they carry is a whistle. And this final text, and we're not taking any more text. We have to go. Person says, 90s police are today's police, same thing. You are always scared they are likely to shoot you. Unless you are a pretty girl. Wow. Yeah, that's how it goes. Pretty girls get and the young men get gunshot. Yeah, is that go? That's why they will command them a bleach. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Burgerman, is that why the young boys are bleach? Is that why the young boys are bleach? We have a text that come in here says that is the police them from the 1990s or the today's police? It's all about the pretty girls get right, and the young boy they get gunshot. So I'm asking if that's why the young boy them are bleach and they try to look like girls.
No, not really that.
And they wear Jerry curls.
No, they bleach hide them identity. If I'm a bad man, them bleach and try disguise them look.
We gotta leave it there, people. We gotta leave it there. See you again tomorrow. Take care of yourself. And you know why you should stay informed. Why you should have information all the time. So you can friend the tiger, but keep your acts ready. Bye-bye.